more time. That warning, yes, it goes until 9:15 for portions of Webster County for that tornado-warned cell that was...
To go out.
Need my fan.
So, how do you feel about this weather?
I suck, but like the light does.
How do you feel about this weather?
It's stupid because I want my power back.
And you?
I love this weather.
I'd like to go to bed.
Yeah, you're my kind of girl.
Thank God I didn't say that. No, I won't be your kind of girl.
Good morning, everybody. It's May 1st, 2019, and last night, so April 30th, there was a huge tornado. Well, there was more than one, but one that hit very close to home. Over the top of these trees right here, a couple miles, about 3-4 minutes that way if you walked, well, if there was a road, but that way there is a subdivision, and it was hit by a tornado and many people were trapped in their homes. So far nobody is seriously injured, so that's a good thing, but there was some drone footage, and my family, we're down here in a holler, so we have never been seriously worried about tornadoes. I mean, we obviously take them seriously, but we've always just kind of stood outside on our front porch and watched them go by, which there was a man and his family that pulled up down on our holler, and I do have some footage of that. So I think is that the police? I don't know. Oh, the road crews?
Oh, the river water running down to it.
How was it out there, Gordy? Check him. Are you guys tornado chasers and there's a tornado on the way? You should let us know. Are you guys okay?
Yeah, we're just getting in this low-lying area. We were right up on top of the hill, like sitting ducks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because what's going on?
yeah, boy, I tell you what, it's crazy weather, ain't it?
Yep.
Boy.
You guys could pull over in the driveway over here. Might be a little safer.
Thank you so much. Well, my mother's an elderly woman, and we're going to try to stay area right here. So if we need to get down this ditch.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just don't want somebody to pop over the hill and hit you guys.
Right?
They drive crazy around here.
Yeah, we'll turn our flashes on. That way they'll see. We got a niece and her boyfriend coming too.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
No problem.
You can back up a little way, there's a grassy spot right there behind that culvert. Yeah, you back up a little way, there's a grassy spot. There you go, either way. You know, either way, don't want to get stuck. Just pull up the side. So I'm going to get stuck in this situation.
I think that was just the calm before the storm.
Yeah.
Whenever we lost power, they said it was at Galloway following 60, so.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, it's coming over Ozark right now.
Right?
I hate this stuff.
I don't think I hate it so much. It's my girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Freaks me out. She gets freaked out.
Well, you're up in the trailers, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at, whenever you guys go out, this is my sister's house. She lives on that, right at the top where you start going up the hill,
Yeah.
and has a big balcony around it.
We love this weather. That's why we were out here watching.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like I said, it don't bother me. It's just my girlfriend starts freaking me out. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, you're gonna have to stop it. But and then we got my mom with us, so
We usually stand on the road and just watch them go by, you know.
yeah. We live over where the not this come and go on the highway, but the one on down 125. We live on the
yeah.
farm road behind it, and we live next to a big valley. And there's been two of them go over, but I guess that valley picks them up and they just bounce over our house.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about as close as I ever want to get to them.
Yeah.
I watched a tornado rip the high school in Ozark, the roof completely off of it, and I was standing out in the parking lot.
Wow.
I just watched it. I mean, there was nothing I could do, nowhere for me to go, so
Yeah,
just stood
but
there.
I'm telling you, you're just helpless whenever it actually comes down to it. I know that I went to school at Rogersville. What? I went to school at Rogersville, and we were, they had you get out and put your hand over your head.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a kid at the end of the hall, and he could see out the door, like down the hall and out the door, and he just goes, "Ah," and freaks out. I guess he saw the roof of a barn going by.
Oh, man.
End of it. So,
Yeah, it can get
I'm all
scary.
right. As long as, we could say, hey, start rocking, I'd be okay, but whenever somebody else starts freaking out, I'm like, okay. So thank you guys for letting us talk here.
Oh, no problem.
I just try and get you off that culvert so somebody does come through. And
Yeah.
the power people will probably start coming through since we ain't got no power.
Yep. Yeah, it's all the way up
Yeah,
there.
my brother lives up there at the top of that hill.
And people don't look when they come through
No,
here.
they
They just
they
go.
fly.
Really? Yeah, see, I didn't know this was here. My sister was like, well, come on. And I thought she was talking about down at the end of that, little flat down there. I was like, no, we need something like this.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
only
you
problem with that culvert is floods. Big time.
Yeah. That is just for emergencies. I told Mom, I was like, just jump on my back. I'll give you a piggyback ride. Like you used to give me whenever I was a kid. Just rolls the river. Yeah? Oh, I guess you guys want to. Well, thank you guys again.
Oh, no problem.
Hopefully we all won't have to
Yeah.
duck and cover.
So we just kind of stand down here and kind of watch the storm go by. Especially last night, we lost power. Not knowing that the tornado was literally right here. And it's kind of scary to think of because I've been up close to some tornadoes. I mean, I've lived in Missouri my entire life, so if you lived in Missouri for 26 years, then you've been close to some tornadoes. There was some drone footage of the subdivision that got damaged and of it this morning, so you could actually see the damage. And there's houses with roofs completely gone. And there's garages that have caved in on top of cars, and it's crazy looking. What's really crazy is I mentioned it's literally over this hill, and it started on the opposite side of the subdivision on this side. So like when it touched down, it came at us. And if it had stayed on the ground for probably 3 more minutes, it would have been hovering over our heads. And I do believe it would have hovered over our heads because there's hills all around us, except for the front of the house, which is just a pasture. So it probably would have jumped and came down in the pasture right in front of our house, which is very scary to think about. And we're thankful that it didn't do that, because it could have sucked us up, especially with us staying on the front porch like idiots. So with the tornado comes lots and lots and lots of rain. So I did take a clip of this creek it was 2 days ago. Doesn't look like it. Oh, there is some right here. And you can see the difference in them. This is just a ditch line creek, meaning the ditch line that has overflow water in it basically has made this creek over years and years and years of eroding into the rocks. But the ducks usually come down here because there's a little pond right in here. Again, it was natural made. I don't know exactly how deep it is. So we are supposed to get more storms tonight. We're hoping that they're not as bad. Usually tornadoes don't be back to back, become like spawn back to back, I guess is how you would say it. Develop back to back. So we're hoping that they're not as bad tonight, as severe for tonight. I don't know if our little community could take much more. But everything seems to be alright out here. It's like 7:30 in the morning, and everybody seems to be doing okay. What do we do in Missouri when it's storming and the power goes out and we have nothing else to do?
Stand on the porch and watch for the naders.
The naders.